What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from MTG Headquarters, and I have an interesting booster box of Amonkhet. Well, it's interesting in the way that it's not an entire booster box, but I figured you would enjoy it, seeing as though, well, you know, the set's not out yet, and these are my prize packs. And so, let's see what we got going on. I actually won a couple of other random things. There's a Shadows over Innistrad foreign pack and a full art Amonkhet foil land. But let's get into the Amonkhet booster packs. Now, it's a very interesting set. The mechanics of, in limited seem pretty cool. I don't know how they're going to translate to constructed, but nonetheless. We have Happodra's Mark, Trueheart Twins, Trial of Solidarity, and Hazret's Favor. I faced down Hazret in pre-release and only won because my opponent got mana screwed. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, you may have target creature gain +2/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. If you do, sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. Oh, by the way, I am wearing the MTG Headquarters Get the Sleeve t-shirt. Just in case we find something sleeve-worthy. You can get your hands on that via the link in the description. Lots of interesting shirts to get. Protection of the Heckma. Open into Wonder. Angler Drake. Loved playing this card. Very powerful 6-mana flyer. And Angel of Sanctions. I played actually both of these cards in the pre-release deck that won these packs. Angel of Sanctions is a 5-mana 3/4 with Embalm, meaning you can bring it back. And when it enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Angel of Sanctions leaves the battlefield. So you basically get a removal spell and a 3/4 flyer that has recursion for 5 mana. Very good. Is it powerful enough in Standard? I don't know. It's certainly very powerful. Hazret's Monument. Trial of Ambition. Limits of Solidarity. And Throne of the God Pharaoh. 2-mana legendary artifact that at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the number of tapped creatures you control. Very powerful as well. I would say the full arts seem more common than I was led to expect. I thought they were only going to be in every couple of packs, but I seem to open them more often than not. But then again, Cult is downstairs, so maybe that's what's going on with that. It's really hard to say. Ruthless Sniper. Scaled Behemoth. Renewed Faith. And a Canyon Slough. The red-black Cycle Land. Those cards will definitely be interesting to watch. I mean, they're going to see standard play. I'm certain of it. Will they make their way into other formats? Probably. Will foil versions of them be worth good money? Yep, probably. Be great in commander decks. Start and Finish. Lay Claim. Grasping Dunes. And Neheb. 2/2, 3-mana with First Strike, Minotaur, Legendary Minotaur, all other Minotaurs you have control have First Strike. As long as you have one or fewer cards in hand, Minotaurs you control get +2/+0, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, each player discards a card. Very strong card. Not looking for anything in particular right now. Kefnit's Monument. Wayward Servant, Limits of Solidarity, and Harsh Mentor. Very strong 2-mana 2/2. Whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land on the battlefield, if it isn't a mana ability, Harsh Mentor deals 2 damage to that player. This will see a lot of interesting brews. 2-mana 2/2 is always good and limited. The other ability on him is very strong. Definitely a hoser. Bone Picker. Kenra Charioteer, Merciless Javelineer, and Fetid Pools, another rare land. And a full art. So did you attend pre-release? If you did, how did it go? I'm going to actually upload this video on Sunday, and then I'll upload my vlog on Monday. Time to Reflect, Trial of Knowledge, Deemworthy, and Soul Scar Mage. 1 mana, 1/2 with Prowess, another very powerful card. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a creature on an opponent controls, that many 1/1, -1/-1 counters is put onto that creature instead. Definitely feel myself transitioning into more of a casual player because I like the flavor more than I seem to like the function. But that's okay. That's what my life has time for right now. Watchful Naga, Gravedigger, Oketra's Monument, and Plague Belcher. 3 mana, 5/4 with Menace. It comes into play with 2 -1/-1. I'm sorry. When it comes into play, put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. Whenever another zombie you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Very powerful card. If you could draft around it, draft zombies. I think the -1/-1 counters is very powerful in draft. And sealed. It's probably the better of the abilities. What do you think? What do you think the strongest ability was based on your play? Kenra Charioteer, Shadowstorm Vizier, Seraph of the Suns. I played this too. And Combat Celebrant. 3 mana, 4/1. If it hasn't been exerted this turn, you may exert it as it attacks. When you do, untap all other creatures you control, and after this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Just win now card. Go wide, win. It's very vulnerable at 4/1, but you probably only need to exert it once to win the game, I'm guessing. That's when you're going to do it anyway. Embalmer's Tools. Lay Bare the Heart. Shefet Monitor. And Temet, Vizier of Nactimon. I played this card as a bear. I actually embalmed him a few times. At the beginning of combat, target creature token you control gets a 1/1 until end of turn and can't be blocked. You can also embalm him. So you pay the 5, it comes back as a token. So that's kind of the shtick. Jujuru's Resolve. This looks pretty cool in foil, the mummies. I split with my opponent, so we could both get 17 packs or something like that, and a $20 mystery box, and that's where the Shadows pack and the full art land came from. Enigma Drake, Even Wind Guide, Scaled Behemoth, and into Irrigated Farmland. This art looks cool. I would love to have like a poster of that, or the original art. Bitterblade Warrior. These cycle lands are very interesting. Very pushed, I think. In terms of like, you know, it's something new. They managed to do something new and useful. I could see some decks playing, you know, 3 or 4 of these pretty easily. Devoted Cropmate, Grim Strider, that art's awesome. On Crop Crasher, and we have Rags to Riches. So 4 mana, all creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn, so this may see play. And then we have Riches, the 7 mana, which you cast after it's in your graveyard. Each opponent chooses a creature he or she controls. You gain control of those creatures. That'll be fun in EDH for sure. So what do you think of Amonkhet so far? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Battlefield Scavenger. I find any new set hard to hate. Open Into Wonder. Baleful Amit. And Never to Return. 3 mana. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. This will see play. Basically, it's what's that other 3 mana I'm trying to think of? I can't think of it right now. But then 4 mana, exile target card from a graveyard, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So really, you play for the Planeswalker removal, but you could get some value late, I suppose. All right, 3 packs left. What are we looking for? Boy, it'd be cool to open a Nissa. I definitely am interested in playing with Nissa if the bans come out Monday properly. What do you think is going to get banned on Monday? I think Cat for sure, and outside chance of the original BFZ Gideon, maybe Ruthless Sniper, Onward to Victory, Honor Crop Captain, and Champion of Ronus. 4 mana 3/3. You may exert Champion of Ronus as it attacks. When you do, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. That's very interesting. Certainly in limited, that's going to be very powerful. You can just attack with a 4 mana creature, exert it, and put a 15 mana cost creature out there, whatever you want, right? Let's see. Let's finish strong. Vizier of Remedies. Synchronized Strike. It's a nice trick. Lay Claim. Love that art. And Vizier of the Menagerie. 4 mana 3/4. You may look at the top card of your library. You can do this at any time. You may cast the top card of your library if it's a creature card. You may spend mana as though if it were mana of any type to cast creature spells. Very powerful card. We found quite a few mythics considering, you know, in a half box. Hopefully the guy that I split with got some sick pulls too. Sixth Sense, Nest of Scarabs, Exemplar of Strength, and Archfiend of Ifnir. This card I face down in pre-release is very tough in the right deck, in a red-black like discard deck. In draft format, you could, I mean, 5/4 flyer for 5 is already sick. But then whenever you cycle or discard a card, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature your opponent controls. So the guy I played had this and the Red God in his deck. It was suboptimal. I also got, just so you guys know what's coming up this week, I'm going to unbox the Planeswalker decks. I picked those up, so we'll take a look at those probably Tuesday. And then I have my pre-release vlog. We'll talk about if anything gets banned. And it's going to be an interesting week. I've also got original Ravnica Fat Pack to open and the last 2 or 3 to complete that series. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you get notified each and every time I upload, or if even better, make sure you hit that bell because a lot of people are telling me they don't get notified when I upload something new. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.